I don't know where to put this. I did not think this through. Oh, hey. I'm bitching at myself. I'm like, I did not think this through. Okay, so this. Why don't I prep before I go live? If I did that, y'all probably be like, imposter, who are you? All right, we're going to try and see how this works. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. I got to go eat. So, okay, it might be Jack. I was fucking Yeah, I finally slept last night. And I didn't sleep incredibly long, but I slept very deeply, and I didn't leave. You know how I leave at night to go help other people, and I don't dream, and I dreamt last night, so I know I stayed. Unwell? No. Overstressed and overspent? Yes. And I'm a person where my stress manifests as physical symptoms. Yes, Angie, I'm making a new post. The raffle is still open, but I need to make a post that my goal was reached. So I'm going to make another post with the information you need to still enter it, but it's important to me for the people entering at that point to know that my goal was reached. So anything else is just more money. We hit the goal and just kept going. So now, like right now, I have enough for everything, and the money that comes in now, I'm going to use to buy like the whole year of insurance, of car insurance, and the property taxes won't be nothing because I like the older model cars. Yeah, if there's anything left over after I get what the goal was for, um, then I will put it in a separate account for the temple. Oh, hun, I'll repost the it's for some tickets I got myself into, contempt of court, and to get another car, and this box is involved. So I need to redo. That's why I think, did I leave the one for the raffle up on YouTube? That one might be up. I don't think I've updated it yet. So if you're curious, you can just go look at the video. I'm almost positive it's still up, where it explains everything that was done. And then let me pull my little hairs out front here. But hey, who's here? Who's talking?
Nobody's got water.
Mom, the water was off. I figured it was the neighbors.
What?
That was the neighbors saying they don't have water either?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not answering the door. Okay. All right. Well, I got to redo it anyway. Just about to watch True Crime. I saw your live. I'm good, Christy. You can go watch True Live. I need to update it because I'm not comfortable with it staying up after I've reached the goal without telling y'all I reached the goal. It's different when you're trying to help someone reach the goal than it is when the goal is already reached. And so now you're just entering because you want the box. You know what I'm saying? It's like a form of dishonesty.
Please call Chris. Because they're calling Chris. They want you to call Chris. We have nobody has water.
Okay. Yeah, but that's the thing, Chris, is I can see them. But who cares where the money goes? You can't get it. Strippers, beef jerky. Oh, no, Christy. I was selling raffle tickets for a very specific reason. And I'm doing that because I care. And the reason I care is because so many people, and we're not going to mention names in my live, that's not something we do, but so many people just flat out lie when they're trying to raise money. That's just who I am, man. I don't like to be shitted either. You know what I mean? I know you do. I do it for me. So, because there's just so many creators, you think they're one way, and then you get hit in the face with something else. Which we're not going to talk about that. Period. But, you know what I mean? Hey, Mama Fit, how are you? I'm good, Jimon. And, I am the same here as I am in person. Except, the range is bigger, you know, like, I'll be an asshole. I'm an asshole a lot. Mostly because I'm just like, why you got to talk to me all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm in my own home with my family, like, I see them motherfuckers all the time. I showed your video on my friends and they all followed you and are not interested in which. Oh, really? Which video? And what's your name on TikTok? I'm an asshole in real life. I'm an asshole on here. But I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm the kind of person that will give you my shirt off my back. But I'm going to cuss your ass out the entire time I'm doing it. Why the fuck was you out here in 2 degrees of weather without a fucking shirt on? You understand what I'm saying? When will the raffle end? When I get the box complete. I met goal in 3 days. So I didn't even have time to start. But that's why I'm doing. Somebody said they wanted to see me decorate it. Oh, hey, Lee. Okay, I know who you are. Oh, okay. I'll be this real. Eric, you're amazing. What brand of stick incense do you recommend? Hey, Cole. Yeah, so it's going to be open for a while. So, I use a product that the reason I even know it exists is because I'm around Indians so much, and they use an incense. The brand is HEM, HEM. For your down payment on you. Oh, Christy. Oh, we're not doing a down payment. We're getting an old house, and we're just going to buy the whole damn thing. What was I saying? Oh, sorry. The incense is called, the maker is HEM, hey, HEM. They make lots of different flavors, but they have one particular one called Musk. It's in a green box. And don't go by the name for how it smells. So when you, hey, Meg, so it doesn't smell anything like musk. Oh, thank you, creature. It smells like an Indian spice marketplace. You can get them in cones or you can get them in sticks. I've never met anyone that said that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Everyone usually loves it, and some people just like it's alright. You know what I mean? Jennifer, that's actually the only perfume I wear. I have one particular person that makes it off of eBay because I started wearing it back in 1995. Sadie, I ain't been on here but a couple minutes. Yeah, it's not even woodsy. The HEM musk, it's not even woodsy. It's not frankincense-y. Hayden goes down, we can move in. Amazing. Hayden, depending on how big we get, we'll end up having a school and everything else on there. I like Nag Champa, but I like him so much, him musk, that I literally don't burn anything else. Do you have a list of topics? Yeah, it's over on my desk. It's just I don't know if you're aware of it. No, it's not like King's Incense. My shop name, I'm not giving it out right now because, well, number one, there's nothing in it. But on July 1st, you're going to be shopping from witchfoot.com. If you go to witchfoot.com right now, it's just blank. It says coming soon. Honey Rose. I'll have to try Three Kings and Honey Rose, but I was going to try to do another eBay sale before the shop started, but if you've been on with me long enough, my workload right now it's insane. It's insane. And then we had the incident that we're not going to talk about. And so I was just like, you know what? I am just going to forego everything until July.
What the fuck is this motherfucking number?
I can't see you're really far away.
704-300-9116.
I don't know.
They've been spamming you 5 times. It's driving me up the wall.
That is Devin. That's my coworker.
Doesn't he know you work on your own time?
Something must be wrong. Is his number, have you cleared it off yet? Or can you pull down like that where it says you can text him back?
I can pull down and text.
Tell them mom's asleep. Do you need her?
Okay. Move. Edgar, leave the room.
Where was I? What was I saying? Are they putting that much picture on? Oh. I'll get back to the pressure. It's not because I'm leaving. Yes. So yeah. So they're not putting pressure on me. In other words, I can walk away. You understand what I'm saying? The company I work for has been really good to me, and they've helped me out when I've been in a situation. Hey, Kat. So the deadline is so their asses don't go under. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Are you on fire? Are you on fire? Huh? Devin! Because I left my bondage on.
How did you leave your bondage on and answering the phone if you ain't working today?
Uh,
Because you are working today.
what?
Because you are working today.
No, I just forgot to turn my
Well,
bonnet.
your phone.
Listen. No. This is what happened. I forgot to turn the vonage off. My kid
Okay.
is using my phone, and
Okay.
she doesn't know the difference between vonage and my cell phone. So when she told me the number that was calling, I was like, if they're, he must need something. So that's why she brought it in here.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, okay, so I was getting ready to prank Devin because I wasn't expecting nobody but details to answer the phone, right? So I'm getting ready to prank him. I hear different voices. I'm like, I called the right damn number. I know I pressed one and did. It was APO City. Did it get switched to somebody else?
No, but they're using my phone for work, so I can't stay on here. But when they told me the number, I was like, oh my God, there's something wrong. But I'm going to turn it off now.
Yeah. How about you log off and get out
Oh, okay.
the queue, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, I'm going to stop this so this doesn't happen anymore. Bondage. Off. Everything's off. Okay. No, off. I don't want it to even vibrate. There you go. Try one more again. You shouldn't get any more interruptions.
Going live again. Get the fuck out of the room, Edgar.
Get out, Edgar! Okay. Let's go back to where we were. Where was I? The shop and something? Help. Did I finish explaining the shop and everything? Oh, okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna give you the really short issue. Back in July of, yes, Marisol. Back in July of 2020, there was some shifts going on at my job, and it was causing a certain part to get put off and put off and put off. And I sent an email to all my managers once a month going, hey, it's this far behind. Hey, it's this far behind. It's this far behind. And they just blew me off. And about 3 weeks ago, it caught up with the company. So then they came to me. It was like, can you help us? And I was like, nope. And they were like, what? And I was like, no. And so, of course, I had kept that email. It's a chain every month. Each month that went by, I responded back to the previous email where I go, okay, now we're 3 months behind. Now we're 4 months behind. Now we're 5 months behind. Now we're 6 months behind. You're fine, Jasmine. I did that once a month for 8 fucking months. Now, they realize that they have yet to pay out. It's less now, but it was almost $9 million. Why? Because they didn't listen to my email for 8 months. That's why. Literally did. So then, and the thing is, on the last email that I sent, it's not that they don't have 9 million. It's just they haven't paid it out. And so on the last email I sent was in the end of January 2021. And I literally typed in, this is to the 5 people that are above me. So my immediate supervisor, his boss, a lateral boss of a different department, another lateral boss of a different department, and someone above them. So on the last one that I sent out in February, and keep in mind, below the February email is in the chain is everything going back to July 2020. And in the January email, January 2021, I said, now I didn't know I was going out on my own in January 2020. I said, we are now officially August, September, October, November, December, 7 months behind in AOD. And I've been informing you guys I've been informing management for 9 months and I've received no reply. So that was the official stuff, right? It's a close office. It's a small office. We all know each other. And then I skipped down about 2 lines before my signature. And I said, when this comes back to bite you, do not ask me to do 2020 because I will not. Period. Well, 3 weeks ago, somebody, one of those managers in the email thought I had tagged in the main manager of the South Coast, the East Coast.
We don't have any water, by the way.
I know. Thinking they thought that he was tagged in it too. So when they got the email, they immediately called the main manager of the East Coast and goes, look, I know you saw that email, but and the guy was like, what email? So he literally accidentally told on himself. So then everybody wanted to come to me because I'm the head of that department. And they're like, look, this is a real issue now because we got to pay out like $8.3 million and we're going to need your help. And I was like, not my help. You're not getting my help. Not from me. That's a no, sir. No. And then they were like, whoa, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. And keep in mind, I've already put in my notice at this point. They're like, well, yeah, it's blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I can just leave, okay? I had them by the balls. I warned you for that long, and now I've already put in my notice. I was like, I can leave. That's your options. Well, you can't leave because you're the only one that knows how to do it. And I was like, that's not my problem. It's not my problem. Yeah. So they would come. They came to me for the first 2 weeks. Really, every time they'd be like, they come in next morning. Oh, well, did you get any of 2020 dates put in? I was like, no. Well, are you going to? No. It's like the only time in my life that I've ever just not listened. I'm a good employee. And I was like, no, I've already told you I'm not going to do this. I don't know. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm not doing it. Yeah. And and I'm being in meeting after meeting, and it's like fucking beating a dead horse. And I was a Zoom meeting, and I wouldn't even put my face up there for the Zoom meetings. You could see I was logged in, but I'm not gonna put my face up there. I don't care. And after 2 weeks of me saying no, I've worked there for about 2.5 years. And I'm really close, so I can talk to my boss. Oh, they tried, but Larissa, they tried, but this is what happened. 4 or 5 days ago. They were still trying to wear me down or whatever, and so I had enough. I was on the phone with one boss, and I told him to conference in my other boss. And I'd known them both well. I worked with them every day. And when he got the other boss on the phone, I said, now what I'm fixing to tell y'all, we're going to speak frankly. This is not as an employee speaking to their superiors. And they were like, okay. And I have to do that with them because I cuss so much. And I said, there was no need to repeat that I had warned them. And I said, I need y'all to listen to me very clearly. Now, if there are consequences for what I'm fixing to say, let them be. I said, I will fucking die on this mountain. I'll die on this mountain. You will never see me do a 2020 date ever. Because I warned y'all. Now the company could go under and you want me to fix it. Not going to happen. Period. Not going to happen. I will tell you how, to put other employees on it, and I'll do 2021. I'm not doing 2020. I don't give a fuck. It is not happening. I warned you, you ignored me. That's the end of that story. So since they still needed January through present done, I was like, I'll work on those. I'm not working on the other ones. And it's a good company. I could leave. I could walk away. But they were nice. And so basically my usual days off were Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and I work Wednesday through Saturday from 1 in the afternoon to midnight. And basically I'm not off anymore. And they didn't tell me. I told them I would do this. And I have really weird hours. So like naturally I stay up late. So like when I get done with the live, I might go in there 2 hours and do the data entry, and then I might log on again at fucking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They were like, that's fine, we don't care. And I was like, okay. But it's still, I'm not worried. I'm leaving. So it's not like I'm doing it. It's not like I'm going to be screwed if the company goes under. But it's still January, February, March, April, May. 5 months worth of data that I have to get done. Oh, yeah. If I didn't know, if I hadn't warned them, I'd have been like, sure, I'll do 2020 stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not fucking happening. And it was so bad. You can ask my kid. It was so bad that I was getting into, I was just fucking snapping on people. But not, I would tell them beforehand it's about to be a non-employee manager conversation, because this is the last time you're going to ask me this. You understand what I'm saying? That whoever asked me that weekly, monthly, that's what we were supposed to do. And what they did is they got shorthanded. That's my job, is to monitor all shipments in the United States for this company. The data, when they pick up, when did they leave? And they were shorthanded. So they took me and the other person and put us on an area booking shipments. And then they didn't take us off for 9 months. And as y'all know, if you've been with me long enough, I play the long play. I play to win. So it's the long play. And even my coworkers didn't know I had been sending that email. Are you not alive anymore?
No, I am.
Just leave him in here. He's fine.
He's trying to eat the street. It's not working out.
Yes. So even when I say my coworkers, there's 3 of us inside that department. Exactly, Ginger. They didn't even know I was sending the email. And the reason I kept sending it is because I knew it was going to come to a head. You see me now. Yes, Larissa. Yes. You won't see me like with the incident that just happened on TikTok. I responded with how I felt because I had POC people in the witch feed. But I don't ever react immediately now. And I learned that the hard way. So I used to be very reactive. When did I start getting chessy? Somewhere around 25, 26-ish, when your mind kind of finishes maturing. And I noticed that when I would make mistakes, it was because I was reactive and made a decision or said something while I was angry. The worst thing, if I could tell any of y'all a piece of witchfoot wisdom, is unless, like you find out somebody molested somebody or something like that. But for everything else, never open your mouth or do anything when you're angry. Let me change that. With strangers, it's different. If a stranger just walks up to me running their mouth, I'm going to hit them white square in the face. Period. You don't come at me like that. But when it comes to people that you interact with, not just your friends, people that you interact with, such as on this app, co-workers, never. First of all, don't let them see you mad. That takes a little bit of art, a little bit of practice. Never, ever react first. Yeah. But like I said, if a stranger comes up running their mouth, I'm hitting first. I'll ask questions later. Well, Jessica, how old are you, first of all? Jessica Franco, how old are you? Okay, so you're getting to that age where it's going to be easier. But this is how you don't say anything. This is how I learned. Because at first, it's a hard habit to break. I will physically leave. If I'm in the physical space, I will physically leave. If I'm on the phone, I'll hang it up. If it has to do with social media, I'll turn it off. And if somebody says, I'll be like, I cannot do this right now because I'm angry. I can't talk to you right now. I'm angry. But when you're first starting, you literally have to remove yourself from the situation. I have went out in the rain. I think it was like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. It was cold as fuck and raining. And I walked straight the fuck out the door. Now this person knew what I was doing. And I was cold and I was angry. And I was so angry the cold started to go away. And I walked and just kept on fucking walking until I started to feel the cold. Because that's how, when you're angry, you don't feel it. So when I started to feel the actual, fuck, it's cold and winter raining and I'm walking out in it, then I came back. But you have to let people know. I never black out. Not even back in the day where I get so shit-faced. I've never done that. I know people do it. But the thing is, yeah, if you know you're going to black out, you have to leave the situation long before that. I swear to God, new moon. So the thing is when you're getting in an argument and you feel yourself getting amped up, that's when you have to tell the other person, I have to stop. I don't care how hard they're yelling, tell them, I have to stop. I'm getting too angry. We can pick this up later. and you have to physically leave or hang up the phone. And I'm not even just hang up the phone, turn the phone fucking off. Not on vibrate, turn it off. The extra power of the big guy. And if yes, we would like a story time, I think. Denny, yes, I have. And I'm not really doing those story times right now. No offense. There's nothing wrong with your question. I just don't feel like it. I'm not in that kind of mood. Yeah, you have to consciously make an effort to do that. You have to consciously choose to do that. But it benefits you in the end, believe that. Because, for instance, let's say that I wasn't leaving that job, right? Let's say I was staying at that job. What you do is you print out a copy. Remember I told you I have the emails for those months. You print out a copy and you request it to be put into your personnel file. And what that does is, if that company decided to fire me because of my refusal to do that stuff, they will be in deep shit. I knew it was going to come back, and I was like, I'm about to cover my ass. Now, it just so happened by doing that, I covered the other two people in the AOD department's ass. Okay, Cheyenne, thank you. Yeah, you have to, you pay, when you learn. Now, Sydney, the thing is here, Sydney, let me tell you something. Do you ever hear the story about Crying Wolf? Let me tell you why not to make an incident report about everything. And then I'm going to tell you the reason that you don't make an incident report about everything is because then to personnel, to HR, to your bosses, when something actually bothers you, they're not going to take you seriously. They're going to be like, put in fucking report once a week. You feel me? If you keep the email, in other words, you tell your boss, hey, in an email, hey man, I just wanted to let you know XYZ is going on and it's bugging me. I don't feel it needs to be addressed yet, but I just wanted to let you know. That's the key word. I don't think it should be addressed yet, but I just wanted to let you know. So he's not going to act on it by doing her incident report. And then you keep that you keep it. The copy. Because when something does go on, you can go, really? Because I've been warning y'all for this. Here's the thing. You have to cover your own ass, and not just at work. But like, for instance, with the incident that we're not talking about. I got, when it happened, first of all, the people that know me know that I don't react like that. And so I wasn't going to make any videos until I had a chance to speak to him and see what was going on. But then this one entitled girl was like, well, if you had time to do a video for this, you could do a video, blah, blah. And I was like, you fucking bitch. But then I went back and read all her comments, and I was like, okay, yes, she is an entitled bitch. But if I were a POC following me and you ain't said nothing, then I'm going to feel like you're compliant and that you've been lying this time about how you really are. And that was from reading her comments and the people agreeing with her. And that's when I made the video, because I wanted to make it clear what he did was not okay. I do not agree that. But I also don't cancel people. And I'm not going to make my decision until I've had time to assess the situation, talk to this person, observe them, see if they're willing to make a change, or if they're, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it until I have all the information that I need. And when it comes, especially since I care about this person, so for instance, if you put their hashtag into TikTok, it pulls up all the videos. So even if there's something that going on long ago, well, let me grab that. Let me see if that's a pattern. And I'll go through and read all the nasty comments to see. You have to read them all to find the one that helps you. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, what if there was this that happened and I didn't know about it? So I'm very, I'm not making a decision until I have everything. So the people that follow me know that, but after I saw those comments, I realized it was actually important for me to say, at least to my POC followers, no, you don't know. I don't approve of that. I don't know. That's not okay. And the POCs that follow me, no, I don't make instant decisions. So, but that was important. Your comments. To and try to explain your work. Oh yeah, yes. And I've been liking those comments and help. You know, when I tell you I was going through other people's. A lot of y'all defended me, and I started adding them in. Not defending my decision, but defending, like, she already said she didn't agree, and she's going to evaluate it. Calculated. Larissa, that actually comes. Larissa says, that is so meticulous. I'm in all of your calculated approaches to life. Let me tell you where that came from. That approach came from being on the other end. So if you've been with me long enough, I don't know how many times they've tried to cancel me. At least my account's been going like 5. I think I'm on my 5th account. But I think I've had an attempted cancellation for 8 different times now. Now the difference is, here's the difference. The difference is when people went to cancel me, they had no reason. Yeah, I made that hashtag cancel Witchfoot. There was no reason. They didn't like what I said, but it wasn't my opinion. Like, the biggest one I had is when I explained the pagan origins of Islam. And I explained the origins of Islam and how the Quran is, it might as well, it's about as reliable as what the Scientology people. And I don't know, maybe 900 to 1 million Muslims got mad. They got mad. And that was one account that I had. She stopped responding to me when I asked her to explain how you were just. Oh, yeah. They got mad. And that was one of the time I got canceled. But what they did was, it was the crazy ones, okay? So that's when they put in my hashtag, they put in Witchfoot, and would go down the list of videos of duets, even from like 6 months prior, and be like, you know, she's an Islamophobe. You know, they're crazy. Or they tried to dox me. I don't care at this point. They tried to dox me, and I was like, I paid. I have that information not on the internet. But thanks. I'm not one of these dummies. I pay so that you can't. You can dox like a. When I say dox, you can find my address. It's fine. If you want to show up at my house because you're angry with me, by all means. I live in South Carolina. I encourage you to show up at my house angry. Go right ahead. I need some stress relief. But your second account and their business. Spacebar Punisher, I'll get back to that comment. But you can't find out where I work. Nothing, in fact, number one, I pay to have that anytime it pops up on my feed. Anytime anything associated with my name and my job pops on it, they take it down. I pay for that service. So even if you have my name, if you know my whole name, which if you went through every single video I had, you would know my first and last name. You can figure it out. You still not going to find it. You feel me? You still won't find it. Now you put in Witchfoot and you're going to get 1,001 different things. But you can have my full name and put my shit in there, and the only thing you're going to find, you'll be finding my public records, like my address and all that. I don't care. You want to come here? That's fine. You want to be stupid enough to commit a federal offense by mailing me something? Go for it. You know what I mean? And that kind of stuff, death threats, okay, like you're the first one. My shirt was made by a Witchfoot person. It says, suck my Witchfoot. Yeah, so. Hey, Lilith. Spacebar Punisher. Spacebar Punisher, are you still in here? Where the fuck are my cigarette?
Chris's number.
I've already called him. Why y'all keep looking at me like that?
That's all you have to say.
You told me I called him. I called him. Why did you come in here with the attitude, and then when I give one back, you look at me like, why did I give you attitude?
Because I didn't know you called him. I just
You didn't ask. Yep. Yeah, me and my brother look alike. I know you answered this before. My focus. Did you get when you did your? I gauged mine up from a regular pierced ear. Is Spacebar Punisher still in here? Hello? Spacebar Punisher? Are you still here? Did you stretch your ear? I wanted to answer Spacebar's comment. No idea. I've been looking at your. Oh, there's Spacebar Punisher. Yeah, they're the reason I only take Arceus Gaming, I'll come back to you. Okay, Spacebar Punisher, what you said where you're like, I can tell it's affecting you and it makes me mad. I want to address that. Part of South Carolina. Rock Hill. Number one, thank you for caring. But it is not, when it first happened and everybody was tagging me, yeah, that shit pissed me off. I was like, God damn y'all. You know what I'm saying? What you're seeing in my face is in those videos where you know you're like it's affecting you and I'm mad at it. It's not them that's affecting me. That person, I am very close to that person. And I was fucking appalled. Okay? So it's not what I knew that people were going to come and look to me or want my opinion because of how close I am with this person. I was fucking horrified. So it wasn't just about, because I'm not going to lie, my business is opening in an hour. I mean, in a month. I didn't need that shit. Okay? Hello. So I'm pissed on multiple levels. Somebody I care about did something. I'm not going to get fired up. I was fucking appalled. And then number two, you know my motherfucking business is opening in a month. What the fuck is wrong with you? The person who made the mistake is old enough to understand that your actions affect other people. It has a ripple effect. I see you, Spacebar. I'm answering your question. So it's not the people asking me, or it was that person's actions. Yeah. The fact that, you'll see the comments where they are like, this person was always problematic. Yeah, they were problematic. And they've said some things that people who hate you anyway would have thought were racist. I have yet to see anything blatantly racist like that. In bad taste, sure. Has he said things in bad taste? Has he been a smart ass? Has he been dancing on that line? Yes. But there was no dancing involved here. So someone I care about did something like that. And it's a lot to take in. And I'm not going to speak on it because what's going on and with this person, and at this point it wouldn't matter if what I said, people are going to hate that person forever. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of it. Yeah. So, and that's what that's what I told people. It's okay, Spacebar. So what's going on with that person right now in this is nothing I'm going to discuss until it's time. The mom files. Yes. Okay. Yes. But my point is even after this person searches themselves and sees the issue and all that, it doesn't matter to the masses. You follow me? It doesn't matter because the damage was done. And so I won't be updating anybody on that situation. You know? Kaylee. That. Okay. See what Kaylee right there? What Kaylee Ryan said? That's precisely right. So it's something that that's why I say I'm not going to talk about it. I said don't talk about it. We're keeping it low. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to talk about it until it's fully resolved. I will tell you this. How do I say this in code? And it's not going to matter to the masses of people. I'll try to say it in code. I don't know. It took at least 24 hours after that incident. And that person was like, what the fuck was that? Why did I do, see what I'm saying? That's all the hint I'm going to let y'all know. It took a minute for them to I need to be more cryptic about it. Hold on. Here we go. There are people in this world. Okay, listen. This should be cryptic enough. Right there, new moon. Right there. You see that new moon? There are people in this world who will not learn unless it is a trial by fire. No, it's not goofed. It's way past goofed, okay? Some people in this world that you will go through do not learn unless it is a trial by fire. Jennifer, absolutely. Jennifer, where you at? There is no excuse, and the trial by fire is happening. It'll keep happening for about 2 more months. And so that's why I was like, it's not my place to discuss it. There is some growing going on, but it's too soon to tell either way. It's not, yeah. There's some growing and some realizations that are being made. But it's still way too early for someone to understand the entire gravity of what they did. And some people just don't learn until they get burned. Oh, Denny. My business was not built for anybody like Denny that's worried about my business. My business was not built off of popularity. Ginger elixir, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th word that you wrote right there, that has to be destroyed completely. That 5th word that you said. I don't celebrate Sabbath. So anyway, what I was saying, that, Jenny. So, you would need the help of Ryan for you. Okay, Denny, okay. The help that Ryan gives me is technical. Okay? And I could yank my stuff and go to, there's plenty of witch feet that offered to help me. You follow me? But I just don't, it's very rare that I am close enough to someone to give a shit about them, to give them a chance to heal. I probably know him better than anybody else on this app. So keep in mind, it's not like I can't, there's 6 or 7 other witch feet that can do what he did. And marketer, and the thing is I didn't start my business, and I wasn't able to start my business because of popularity. If you're not aware, for any of y'all that are not aware in here, this is how this happened. My original account, Brianna, I'm not going to tell you what you're going to do. This person is going through a learning process and has, if you are interested in him as a person, just wait. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And that's the bottom line that I'm going to say. I meant we as in you. Yeah, that's my friend. I'm giving them a chance to change. Actually change. Okay? But and that's all I'm gonna say, because it's just not a part of my stuff. Hey Jenny, when we get up to par, we will. But what I wanted to tell the people that don't know me well, this is how this started. No, what y'all just need to back off. You're not even attacking. Just don't ask. This is going to be a process. You can't rewire yourself in 24, 48 hours. You feel me? If somebody comes back 2 days later and was like, oh, okay, I get it now, for something that big, they're lying. You have to internalize and rewire. But enough of that. Let's go back to me. What I was saying was I think I was answering, I think it was Denny that answered. So I didn't. Okay, let's get back to me now. Because I'm not, that's as far as I'm going to go with that conversation. That's a private thing. And I share a lot with you guys, and I'm not different in private, but some things are private. But about me. So I didn't decide to go on my own into a business because I'm popular. And this is how I came to that conclusion. On my last account, I was up to, it took me 2 fucking years to get there. But all of a sudden, once I got to 350,000 followers, my account just started going boom, 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 boom. Just started getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And when it clicked over the 450,000 mark, TikTok started contacting me to be employed by TikTok. Okay, thank you, Jenny. And when TikTok approaches you, no, Pantera Nova, but no, it doesn't. But let me finish. So at 450,000, TikTok started contacting me. And for basically being employed by TikTok. So what I had to decide, considering my views or the stuff that I teach, even when it doesn't have a view and it's just facts, can polarize people. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to decide right then, am I going to be employed by TikTok? And then one day I post something where people want to cancel me again, and TikTok drops me, and now I have no income. I'm popular on this account, but it's not all because people want to learn. People would come for the drama. People would come because they considered me a train wreck. People came for different reasons. So I could either do this route, which in my 20s I probably would have. I'd been like, fuck it, let's go. But I take care of my mom and my kid. So I could go that route, or I could completely abandon the account with 450,000 and start another account. Because the people that want to learn or have been with me and genuinely like me, they're going to come over here. They don't give a shit about the 450,000 either. And so to myself, I said, that's when it occurred to me, I might be able to make a living at this. But I don't want to make it based on this 450,000 bullshit right here. I know, Krista, I about died. So, and the young people couldn't understand. I abandoned the 450,000K account and went and started another account. And I posted under the 450K account why I was doing it. And the people who wanted to learn came over. And then that account got banned, and I had to do the one that I'm currently on. But my point was, I said, if I want to go out on my own, and it was when TikTok said it, I made a couple of posts asking you guys, what do you think? And you guys were like, yes, 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 yes. That's when I made this account. And then I was like, all right, now I'm going to sit on this until the pandemic calms down. What if they're just on here because the way life is right now? I can't start a business. I can't start a business if it's just a pandemic. I'll be having all this business during the pandemic, and when it dies down, I ain't got shit. No, I did not care about follower numbers. When it came to make that decision, I did like, now keep in mind, I did like the numbers for when I do post exposing Christianity and Islam or lies within the witchcraft community, because then everybody saw it. If you put in hashtag witch talk 6 months ago, where it pulls up the list, you saw my face every 3 rows, and them bitches hated it. Every 3 rows, you would see my face. So that part, the numbers were good for. But that didn't play into if I actually wanted to do a business and teach. And so that's why I left it and came over here. So if the people that really want to learn stick around, and they still want to go to school, and they still want to buy the products, and that's why I stayed over here. Because I had a point, I'm in my 40s. Damn. My lips are so dry today, like I smoked weed or I'm a crackhead. I'm in my 40s. I have to take care of my mom. I don't want to say I have to. It's not a burden for me. I take care of my mom. And though my kid is 19, in this day and age, they're just not prepared to go on their own at 18, 19 years old. I don't know. They changed their username right now. So, so it's not just me. When I was on my own, hell yeah, I would take risk. If I had been 22 years old, I'd have been like, fuck yeah, TikTok, let's go. I'm going to ride this wave all the way out, Playing while selling a house and moving across. Michelle, I can't be doing all that. So then when I moved it over, and the witch feet that wanted to learn, and keep in mind, not all the witch feet, there's a lot of witch feet that I have opposite views with. But they understand why. And that's what they use me for as well. But anyway, so when I moved over and the witch feet moved over with, that's when I started seriously thinking about the business and doing things related to the business. And then you guys were so down, and I threw out the temple. I just threw it out there. Because if I could have a goal, I don't think about little goals. So my ultimate goal is to pull white people away from Christianity, not to convert them to something else. But if they pull away from Christianity and research their own roots, they're not going to go back. And if you could pull white people out of Christianity, it would have such a snowball effect of things falling down. White supremacy mentality falling down. Imperialistic mentality falling down. That is the main, I don't know how, I'll make it the wording sound really fancy for the motto or whatever for the temple. But if I had a goal, that would be it. And when I shared that goal with y'all, thinking I was just like talking to y'all, that's when the whole Immaculate Foot Temple thing came. Because I was like, okay, you guys, if we're going to do this, then we're going to go all the way. There's no reason to half-ass do it. With everything you say, please. Count nerd. Yeah. Yes. I have a lot of people I follow. Yeah, y'all's ideas came coming out because I was like, look, you guys, if we're going to do this, then we are going all in. Well, at least me. I'm going all in. And you guys are like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Going all in. So that's when I was like, okay, so let's look at these houses. And then I was like, what if I say that? And they just thinking I'm using them for money. Well, I'll explain myself, and then I'll show them what I'm talking about. And then I think they're going to understand it's not, I'm not trying to do it for money. Why can't I find your TikTok? Deviltown, it is on private right now. It's official.witch.foot. Hey, Ricardo. You have to type it in exactly. Official.witch.foot. So then that's when I showed y'all. Because if I was wanting money, I would give y'all like this nice, hey, y'all go buy me this house. But that's why I was like, okay, so look at this. I'm not even witchy and live here. I have a lot of non-witches that follow me. That's great, Grant. I was like, hey, you guys, I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to show you my idea. So hopefully you won't think that I'm just trying to get your money. And that's when I shared what I shared, and y'all were like, fuck yeah. But the best thing was all the ideas. I absolutely indoctrinated. I have been out of fear. Subscribe. I never understood why now I could not feel more. Oh my God, Pamela, that's. Did you do spell work to get your account so big? Not even once. Because I could have done spell work to get my account big, but it won't keep them there. You follow me? I could do spell work to get them over there. It's not going to keep them there. Cheyenne? What's your TikTok name? Do I follow you back? Because that's that means you've been through 5 accounts. Yes, there is a low-key witch, Novi Wind. Cheyenne, what's your Dude, Desiree, yes, because white people don't like me. That's why y'all hear me talking about growing up with POC, whether they black or Hispanic, because white people are exclusive. They're exclusionary even to their own kind. I'm looking for Cheyenne so I can find out their TikTok name. New Moon, yep. Who made me cry? I followed you since the... I got a lot of followers from that. Yeah. Cheyenne, what's your TikTok name? Yes, Lilith. And Lilith, you know that thing with translation? I can't fucking figure out how I got what I built my account on, so therefore I can't give you the shit to get in there. Dear Cheyenne. So anyway, I wrote your name down. There was such a good silent play. You know what? I'm just going to make a post. My dumb ass, when I made this, when they banned my account and I made this one, I don't know what I made it with. I've been through all my emails where you plug it in. Nope, that ain't it. I go to it. Nope, that ain't it. I don't even know what the fuck it's based on. I got it, Cheyenne. And I can't find it out under my, when you go look for account stuff, it's not there. And I'm like, fuck. I'm glad, Cheyenne. But yeah. I found 2 more the house in South Carolina is under contract. I'm so mad. So mad. That was fucking perfect. But none your business. None your business. Oculus Day, none your business. Pending contract. That means somebody's negotiating to buy the house. But let me remind y'all of this. Just because we think it's perfect, Lyria, I'm not interested in just the land. I'm looking for an old house or structure, because you know the older stuff has 50,000 rooms. I'm going to redo a post, because if I was mutuals with you before, I want to be mutuals with you again. Anyway, Lirio, or Desiree, that's who you are. Or an old, not when I say old, I don't mean like fucking 1930s. When they upgrade elementary schools and middle schools, either one of those. Okay, Jeep down, Mama. So, oh yeah, hey Noodles. So I just need another post going. If I was mutuals with you before, I'll be mutuals with you again. Oh, boarding house. How big? Oh, well, first, Mary, stay there. We're not afraid of work. Mary, is it in a neighborhood though? Ricardo, I will absolutely follow you back. Oh, that's you, Denny? Yeah, just because we think it's excellent, there's lots of, no matter what you believe, that even if you believe you're an atheist or whatever. Yeah, love potion. Hey, Miriam, just because we think it's perfect doesn't mean it is. Yeah, no, Mary, what I'm saying is it in a neighborhood? Or does it have at least 2-3 acres around it? Yeah, Krista, that's need land. I'm not particular to one part of the United States. I'm not tied. Once I leave that job, I'm not tied down anywhere. A neighborhood, sort of. Like, Mary, is it on a plot that has trees or anything? Jack, just say something to, I'll make a post and y'all go on there and I'll follow every single one of y'all back. Well, Hayden, yeah, that would be ideal. No, Chris Ann, I got to repost so y'all know what's going on. Oh, okay. See, Mary, that's the problem. Is like, for instance, there's this one building that I'm going to post about, and it's in town, but it comes with a lot of property. No, we're not living together. Moonbeams. I'm going to address that too, because some people were under the impression I was going to have an ass load of people living there the whole time, and I'm like, no. I need to clear this up. Let me clear. I'm going to clear this up. My family. Oh, Shannon, I'm glad. My family's going to live there. We're going to have sporadic meetings. One area is going to be for the temple. And then our goal is to once a year have like a witchfoot fest. Does that make sense? So all the extra rooms, as we get in and get settled, is going to be beds. And if you don't have a bed, that's fine. You can sleep in your car, pitch a tent or whatever. Yeah, like Witch Fest. Footstock. Who said that? Who just said Footstock? Moonlight Aurora. Yeah, so that's the goal. The reason I need the space is whether it's space as in land or space as in a school with different rooms. Is for one, we need land because we got to have a garden and a greenhouse. That has to be done. And I have to have a place for at least chickens. Because when we have the footstock, there are some practices that are covered by religion that involves chicken blood and that kind of stuff. And that they need to have a space so that the people's chicken for sacrifices, so that the people who do not like it, but they're respectful, like, okay, y'all go over there and do that. See what I'm saying? So that's why, like in a school, part of the school would be closed off unless it was footstock time. And then each classroom, oh, I'd be fine with that too, Mary. And then each classroom, you can go into any of them, but like you'd have the Wicca classroom, the traditional classroom, this classroom, this classroom. Oh, yeah. So you can go see each other, or you can just hang with your own people. Yeah, I like rock. Asked on myself. I lived in Florida. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan if you're single. People that go to Footstock need to be open. Oh, yeah. But most people that smokers lounge, no. We'll have a non-smokers lounge. I smoke in my house. We'll have one lounge for the pot smokers. We'll have a lounge for the people who don't smoke, because I smoke in my house and I keep it clean so it doesn't smell like smoke. Absolutely, I smoke in my house. Yeah, so but that's what I'm saying. The house, there's going to be cigarette smoke in it because I'm living there. But there will be an area for people who don't, some people just don't want to be around or smell smoke. And I'll have a space for y'all. Once you buy the house, will your brother refurbish it? My brother can do 99% of the non-major stuff. Yes, Kaylee, somebody already asked for a poll. But there is so many of the witch feet that have already volunteered. I can do plumbing. I do carpentry. I can help with the electrical. You know what I mean? Because it's not like when we have witch foot talk, I'm not charging for that. You know what I'm saying? How am I going to charge for that when y'all bought the damn house I'm living in? I could if I was an asshole. I'd be like, well, my name's on the deed, so fuck you guys. And my spirits would make the house burn down. That's what would happen. Gardener. Mason work. And keep in mind, it'll always be open for someone. No, you're not too late for the raffle thing. Yeah, Denny, that's how big I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Avery. Bacon, arts and crafts. Yeah. There can always be people that individually want to be like, I want to come visit you. Okay. I have 12 other rooms. Yes, you can come visit. But everyone will come down once a year. What if you don't have a class and they're just a witch instead he turns Aleister Crowley in darker arts? That's welcome to, Moonbeams, but I would like you to watch a particular documentary on Aleister Crowley before you go any further. Now keep in mind, if you watch the thing I want you to watch on Aleister Crowley and you still stay with Aleister Crowley, I'm not going to condemn you for it. So let me put that out there, period. Me neither. But you don't understand, Donald, how many people have no idea. They kept the truth about Aleister Crowley and his wife's diaries and journal secret for so long. You watched the Aleister Crowley video, yeah. So keep in mind, if you watch the Aleister Crowley video, it's a reputable source, and you still choose to follow Aleister Crowley, I'm not going to condemn you for that. Yeah, I think it's on my page, but I'll repost it. Oh, that's my brother, Krista. Because my brother, having him do some of everything is the best thing you can do for my brother. we ended up talking. If someone gave you the money to bullet a witchcraft school, would you do it? Oh, build. If somebody gave me the money to build the witchcraft school, there's a couple of buildings that instead of building an all new school, I would fix those buildings. There's one particular building that I am in love with the building. If I ever had an academy, it would be this building. But if somebody dropped a shit ton of money on me and they're like, oh, hey, here's a couple million, go build your school or whatever, then I'm going to find some nice property. The details in the money, y'all listen to me. I hungry. The money-wise, the setup would look less than, let's say, $1 million, $2 million, because you don't cut down trees. You don't need to cut down the amount of trees that are cut down in order to build, but you have to pay for the builders that are willing to work around the trees. So a lot of the money, if I just had money, would go into that. You have to pay for them because people want to go in and clear cut shit, and I'm not interested. You know what I mean? I would buy a wooded area, and the only trees that will be cut down are the ones that absolutely have to be cut down for these structures. You know? And I would design the area. So it would be less of one building and more of a main building, and then other separate smaller buildings. You have a mountain in Pennsylvania that was willed to you. Rayanne, I would, but I don't have a couple million. Virgo, there is no arbor law here. Shut up. Shut the front door, Liv. But yeah, that's what I would do. So a lot of the money, it would seem like a real exorbitant building cost for what you saw. But it's because I don't want to take the trees down. Kiara, I don't think I would ever have a compound, and this is why. I need my motherfucking space in a very big way. You know what I mean? So if I didn't, when my kid's with me, that's the same as me not being with anybody else. They're a part of me. It doesn't bother me. But like, for instance, my mom, my door is shut 99% of the time. Before I lost the house I was in before, that was on 7 wooded acres. I was never around anyone. So when I say I'm not around anyone, that doesn't include Jaded. I need my motherfucking space. I don't like, for instance, when there's the foot fest or foot stop. I'm prepared for that. I'll be talking and jumping and interacting because that's what this event is for. But the day before foot stop, and the day after, I don't like to be around people. Liv, that's gonna be crazy. So that's my own, that's my reason. That's why at first when people started going, oh, are we all gonna live there? I'm like, do you know how many witch feet there are? No. No. And so when I finally, I'm going to repost about the temple again so that people understand, no, you're not coming to live there. That's not going to happen. Okay. Oh, another thing I would do for the person who asked me if somebody gave me a bunch of money and had me build the immaculate whatever. I would have to sit and think about making a boarding school. What kind of witch? I teach traditional white people crafts. So traditional Old English physical witchcraft. Yeah, I would have to consider making the main building a type of boarding school where you pay fucking $20,000 and you're going to live there 8 months of the year, and I'm going to teach you and, you know, feed you and all that other stuff. I would consider that with that kind of money. I'm going to have online classes. It's all getting very close. I mean, we're only a month away, you know? We can have a Witchfoot design, but we'll have to get several designs because even I don't have a fucking tattoo of Witchfoot. We could do several designs and get people to vote on which one. Yeah, kind of like a Hogwarts, but much smaller. Yeah. I would consider that, yeah. Oh, Liv, yeah. It's not going to happen. I was just saying. I got a graphic designer. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are loaded with stuff. And when y'all first started giving me ideas, there were some people who were like, I don't know how to do anything. I was like, nobody said you had to have some skill that you have to write down. You follow me? That, you know, that you don't have to have a skill that people, you could be like, I know how to, you know, like write words on Windows and they look really good. That's the skill. Denny, I told you got to write your questions down because I'm just not in the mood. Halliwell, I feel so left out because I'm not in the USA. We will not only be in the USA for long. Right there, epic hostess and planner. See what I'm saying? That's a skill. You don't have to say you're sorry, Denny. It's fine. Yeah, Halliwell, I have people in Scotland, the UK, Mexico, Brazil, Canada, England, Germany, Australia, New Zealand. Okay. Is a universe for a magic school now? There you go. Halliwell's in Croatia. Oh yeah, I do have Netherlands. There's several of you over there. So eventually it's going to start here. But like I said, when I decided to do this, I'm going all in. So Juliana, I really don't want to get involved with the school because, or speaking about that, because I'm dealing with we're doing now. Puerto Rico? Hell yeah. I kind of want to deal with what we're actually dealing with. So these old houses that I've looked at, no, you're fine, Juliana, range from 50,000 to, I think the most expensive one that I saw was 122,000, and that's because it had a lot of acreage. Kentucky. We're gonna have affiliates in every fucking state. Yeah. But I'm just trying. So the houses I'm looking at. Of course, Marisol, you're gonna be the president of the one there. Yeah, we're gonna have one in every state. You only have to have I have to have a certain number because I'm applying for the profit, non-profit, it's not a non-profit, it's the other one, a religious thing. And then each affiliate, I think, has to have 10, I believe. But anyway, let's get back to the place. So these houses that I'm looking at are older, and some of them need more work than the other, and they vary in that price range. But the thing is when I talk about restoring a place, the people who know me, if you don't know me, let me clarify. I like the worn out look. It's got a pending contract. I like the worn out look of an old house. So my idea is I'm not really refurbishing it. I'll fix some stuff, make sure the plumbing is fine and the electricity is fine. New South Wales, hey Anna. But like, you know how the old walls are kind of plaster and they have like a crack in it or whatever? I'll probably fill in the crack with a completely different color. And I'll wipe the dirt off, but I'm not repainting that. I will seal that in. You know how old wooden siding looks gray? It'll be gray and the paint's flicking off. If that wood is just gray and it's not weak or deteriorated, I'm going to just seal that in. I do not like when an old house is redone to look new. I can't stand it. I don't know why. I feel like when you repaint and tear down the original walls or whatever, you're removing the psychic memories that are in that house. Thank you, Liv. Yes. Not just the character, but wood is very absorbent. So if you think of a house as a living thing, that's right, Lilith, right there. If you think of a house as a living thing, because wood absorbs energies, events, stuff like that, and you go in and you rip all that out to the bones, what have you got? You took the soul out of the house. If you notice when you're driving down the road, when a house is not lived in, and no, I don't mean because when a house is not lived in, it will start to die very quickly. Things that would normally happen. For instance, porch roofs don't suddenly sag after 1 year. Okay? You move out of a house and it's abandoned, and stuff starts happening to that house way too quickly. Too quickly for even just weathering. And that's why I tell people that a house is alive when people are in it. Chipping paint, right, but Jack, I'm sealing it in. I'm aware of that. It'll be sealed in. Oh, of course they can, Chelsea. Of course they can. But anyway, so I need y'all to understand that. So, like Lilith said, if there's no holes in the roof, the plumbing and electricity are good, I'm good. What's the range of how old the houses were looking? Krista, it just depends. You know, like there's one I was looking at. It's a structure that was built in like 1850, but that one's out of brick. But a lot of them are in around 1900s, but they were worked on while they were old. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of them have had upgrades. So, they have lighting and they have plumbing. So, honestly, it depends on how well it was taken care of. I personally don't like anything. My preference, if we're going to get an old building, is going to be right at the end and into the 1800s, beginning of the 1900s. If we're going to go with that. If it's a school, it doesn't matter. S. Brown, yes. That's why I'm not looking for a historical house. If it has a historical certificate, they're going to want you to refurbish it. And I'm like, I'm not buying this for you. That's not what we're buying it for. I'm buying it for me. Thanks. So yeah, if it's got that historical certificate linked to it, I'm like, well, you have two. This will be it. Once we raise the money, because what my goal is to pay with it with cash, because you can get a lot more things done with cash. So for instance, let's say the structure and the land around it is $100,000, right? So I want to raise $100,000, but that doesn't mean I'm going to pay full price. So when you have cash, you can go to the person and go, you would start at 60. I have $60,000 cash right here. You want to sell now? That's why it's important to have cash. Because you can cut the price of something down and yeah. Okay, Christy, I mean when you came in earlier. So that's why I want cash. Because if that thing's been sitting on the market, send it to my email. When I repost about the raffle, that same email, yeah, you walk in with cash and you have a much, much better chance, especially if it's been sitting on the market for a while. So if there's a space that I wanted, but they wanted to put the historical certificate, then I can show up and go, well, you can sell this now for this much cash. Or you can leave it on the market and wait. And well, first of all, you cannot mortgage an old structure. Let me be clear with that. You cannot mortgage an old structure. Oh yeah. So that's also another reason if we buy older structure, I need to go with cash. You can get that sale done snap, crackle, pop. Yeah, you can't mortgage that. You can try to find someone to give you a land mortgage. Personally, and it took me a while to get this way, if I can't afford it, if I can't pay for that with cash because I have it in my hand, I don't need it. And I learned that the hard way because my ex-husband, and we're not going into this, turned out to be a lying scam artist with a different name. And the courts, of course, did not care. So my credit was FUBAR'd. No chance. My name was on properties that I didn't even know existed. You know? Yeah, you don't get a mortgage on structure. So, I want to come with cash. You want to pay now? Because that makes shit, period. You say, I got $60,000 cash. Period. As in, I don't care what kind of fees and closing costs you want to come up with. You can either get $50,000 cash or I can leave. It makes a lot of difference when you show up with cash. Mm-hmm. Jack, yeah. They have to tell you somebody died in the house too. Most of the problem with hauntings is that people move in. They're not spiritual, they're Christian or Muslim, and they move in and they didn't ask if anybody was still living here. And then when shit happens, they want to throw it out. You can coexist just fine with spirits that are trapped in your house. It's not hard. Are you trying to keep it towards the south? Nope. I will not live in a desert state. That will not happen. I will not live further south than South Carolina. Because I fucking hate the weather. Anything else, I'm fine. I don't know where she went. I don't care about snow. I prefer northern weather. So I prefer to go through 4 seasons, but not necessarily. I don't mind bitter winters. You can always get warmer. But you can only get so cool with your clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Kavalka. Oh, true. I think Montana is beautiful. What's the sun? I would never set foot in the state of Texas or any of those desert states. I'm not a desert person. I think they're beautiful. Like I would go vacation in the desert states. I mean, you got to be careful which part of Ohio you move to. I passed through Ohio, and then I passed through areas of Ohio that should have been called the KKK state. There's sections of Ohio that are so white that I was uncomfortable. They even had white people washing dishes and shit in the back of the damn restaurant staring at me because I was in there with some of my Mexican friends. I'd move to Appalachia in a minute. In Appalachia, those things in the trees that y'all go away from and don't talk to, that's my people. The mountains are my very, 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 very favorite thing to go. The only problem is I like the Blue Ridge areas, the Appalachians. I don't have a problem with Kentucky. I like the other set of mountains in the United States, up in Montana and them. But what I don't like is brown bears because they'll fucking eat you. I don't want them to die or anything. But like when I go out in the woods around here, even if you come across a black bear or the cougars that they say don't exist here, that absolutely exist here, they ain't ballsy, you know what I'm saying? You can be like, "Ugh," and they'll be like, "Oh, my bad," you know? But you go to them other mountains, and you come across a fucking brown bear, you just something else on the menu. I fucking love Tennessee. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Marisol, really? Yeah, Ohio is scary. But even if it was a place out in the middle of nowhere in Ohio, I would do it. Because I already know what I'm going to face no matter where I go. I'll go to the Ozarks, that's fine. I wouldn't not move there because of brown bears. I'm just like, fucking man, they gonna eat you. They don't play. Where is ours, Moonbeam? I fucking love the mountains in Tennessee. If I could live anywhere in the United States I would live in this tiny ass little town on the border of Tennessee and Boone, North Carolina called Trade, Tennessee. I was starting to decorate the box, but then we got in a whole ass conversation. It's called Trade, Tennessee. You could spit and miss it. The people in the main part of the town of Tennessee would hate me, but they got mountain people there. And I go up there when I can. And on the Saturdays when it's pretty. And on Sundays after church, there's this like random lot in the middle of town that people do like a flea market yard sale in Trade. And on that end of the lot is like the regular Christian middle class people. I ain't interested in their shit. I skip their shit and find over here where they're like, oh, the mountain people, the good people. And I go through their stuff. Oh, okay, Moonbeam. I don't know what it is about Trade, Tennessee, because there are other places that look just like Trade, Tennessee. That is the only time in my whole life, and I didn't plan to go to Trade. We were passing through. I've been a lot of places in my life, and that is the only place the first time I went to Trade, I wasn't even there long enough to, I fell in love with the place. We were passing the fuck through. And I'm telling you, I've been there before. It felt like home, and I didn't know a motherfucker in that place. I stepped out of the truck, and I was like, this is like home. So I don't know if it was a previous lifetime or something. But I've never been to a place where it was like that. And I hadn't been out of the truck long enough to fall in love with it. I remembered it in my memory. Not this memory, but some other memory. I remembered it, and it's stuck with me ever since. But anyway. Jaded's got my phone. I was going to show y'all that other structure I saw. I mean, I'm going to post it on Immaculate Foot, but I was going to show y'all. Do you have Southern ancestors? No. Well, sort. Okay. I have a very well documented line that originates back with the Macaulay clan of Scotland. You won't hear me talk about it very much because I don't know enough about them to speak on them. So you won't hear me talk about Celtic practices and stuff like that. That's very well delineated, that line. And the reason it's so well delineated, I have a DNA test right there. The reason it's so well delineated is because they were all in the military. Once England got into Scotland, that's when that started. So you can look them up on Google, and the line keeps going down and down. Wait, Skylar says, where do I have a lot ready for a house or trailer? Oh, let me show y'all something. I have one of those ancestors on my wall. The lighting's bad. That's Miss Stella. You can see she was quite English by then. And yes, that painting's worth a lot of money. That. So my father's line is very, very well delineated. Once England got to Scotland, my original ancestors fought against it, you know. Fuck you guys, the Macaulay clan from the Highlands, not from the Essen, from the Highlands. Hell, I might have been. But then at some point they were like, fuck it, we're just gonna go with it. And that's once they started into the English Navy, then you can follow it like clockwork all the way down across the pond to Boston. That's where my people are from Boston. And then you can follow it in the Union Army all the way down. That's why when people say, a lot of young folks will say, well, my ancestors didn't have slaves. Neither did mine. Okay? On my dad's side. But that still doesn't mean I don't benefit from what happened off of the backs of slaves. And I try to point that out. I was like, neither did mine. Fought for the Union. So that was just a little side note. Now my mother's side, which is the reason, Skylar, where you live at? My mother's side is French. Her maiden name is Burkett, but her mom was white passing. But keep in mind, back then, her mom was white passing of Israeli descent. And so therefore Arabic descent, whatever you want to, I don't know the proper term, Middle Eastern descent. Because it was hella racist down here in the South. And my grandpa, who was a piece of shit, by the way, got her pregnant. And back then, that means you married her. That's the line that was, my papa's family were fucking racist. And so I don't have anything. And that's why I got my DNA test over there from Crygenetics, CRI Genetics, because they do for another $75, you can get the M haplogroup, the mRNA trace. And that's the line that I don't have clarity on. Cryogenetic. When they first came out, of course, it's under a completely false name. Because, the police always find a way to get around those laws that says they're not allowed to pull from those databases. So it's under completely false name. But I'm curious to know, okay, Insomniac. Oh, hey, Queen of my couch. I'm curious to know if I got any of that DNA, because I'm pretty fucking white. I know I do, because when I tan, I'm actually an olive color. But I'm just curious about that. And with the M haplogroup, I'll be able to tell which region of the Middle East they came from. And I do have family of Gullah, but I don't think it's in my bloodline, which I'm also curious about, because I do believe it was my grandmother's brothers and sisters that married into the Gullah in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't think that's in mine. Bye, BB. Are you all done?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you're not on live, then you're done.
Yeah, only 5 people were left, and yeah.
Are you ready? The book. Choose it out of me, and I think people. Oh yeah. I was curious to know how a French last name and a German last name ended up in Puerto Rico. But it's a dead end. It's probably the military. Because a German last name and a French last name is still an American last name. So it's probably the military is how they ended up there. I also want to see if there's any surprises in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? Because like one of my relatives was during the military line, was from Spain, but I don't know if he's married in or how he got there. Okay, Moonbeam. So I want to know if there's any surprises. And I think my Neanderthal DNA would be pretty high because of some of the instincts I have are weird. Hi, I'm from Puerto Rico. I can help. What's that? Silent Play says they're from Puerto Rico. They can. It says suck my witch foot. One of the witch feet made it from me. Good source to get my heritage because I'm Mexican and white. I like never. Alex, you need to pay for that CRI genetics test. Because it's just way more accurate than the other ones. I will if I ever remember to do the fucking test because I need to do it straight when I wake up. I can't have smoked. And so far, I'm forgetting every single time. William Wallace's closest companions, he died with it. All white people have Neanderthal DNA. Oh, you just came from watching the Crotch Goblin, PG? Every person has an ancestor from Africa. Just look up CRI genetics. Everyone is going to have DNA from Africa. If it doesn't show up on your test, it's just because it's not as detailed of a test as they have. What is your take? My kid's puppy just ran face first into my door. What is your take on the 7 deadly sins? There are some of the 7 deadly sins that are universal. But I think over half of them were added in. Dad says we're all engineers or master craftsmen. It's incredible. I have the Brainiacs. The reason that all the men, because of the time, the reason all the men in my family is when they would go into the military, every single last one of them, except for my grandpa because he got hurt, were generals and admirals because of our brains and the ability to strategize and see a big picture. So there was none of them ever stayed a private. They all went up. I didn't get the health package because, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know that you're this much to get stomach cancer and you read that, every time you get a fucking stomach ache, you're gonna be like, I got cancer. I was like, fuck that. I know I'm unhealthy. I don't want your health thing. But you can get the DNA test, and then if you're a man, let me change that. If you are a MAB, you can get a Y haplogroup trace test and the mRNA trace test. And those go back 60,000 years. And then if you're a FAB, of course, you can't get the Y one, but you can get the mRNA test. And I think those are like $75 each extra. Jenny, mine's sitting right over there. I ain't done that shit either. Hey, Izzy. Who's in there? It sounds like you're getting groceries out of a bag or something. So, What do I want in the middle? No idea. I have no idea what I want in the middle. My uncle actually has one of those. He does that burning electricity thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Move.
Oh, you got food. Fuck, I love surprise food. Is this horchata? I get surprise Mexican food. Be best. A DNA test that doesn't auto. What are you trying to? Oh my fucking god! Thank you. Oh my god! Look at all that food. Oh my god! Thank you. This is food Christmas. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna eat it. Y'all about to have some mukbang. What is this? Oh, that's the thought. This is real Mexican food, so I'm excited. Oh, that's more dessert. Okay. Did they have any queso for the chips? No cheese.
Cheese? No, I didn't know about any of that.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about pasta?
Yes.
They gave me this salad looking thing. I don't know if it has.
Let me just see it.
Because I'm going to use some of it too.
Oh, that's for whatever you ordered to dump on it. Did you get tacos or something?
Yeah.
That's for filling up your tacos. You're
So
good.
then,
I'm gonna eat whatever this is. It looks good.
I know that
Is that what this is? Steak something? This is a carne something. That thing. Quit sniffing my food. You can't even sniff it. It's mine. And then, no, not my brother. My kid bought this. I don't know what this is, but it looks good, so I'm gonna eat it. I have no clue. There's this. Get your fucking fur away from me. It's this thing. Oh my god, I don't see it. Jessica, you fine? I'm not one of those people that has to know what something is to eat it. But they could come back and be like, that's made out of cat. And I'd be like, my cat? And they'd be like, no. I'd be like, all right. Oh my God, I love surprise food. Yeah, I don't care. I'd be like, wait, is it my cat? No. Okay, we're good. That's fine, as long as it ain't my cat. This just looks like meat inside a tortilla with some, I'm not sure, but it's good. Is there any, hold on.
What?
There's some cheese, okay. Never mind. That is why I want my brother to do 1 minute. Well, his results can be different, period, because siblings don't get the same amount of each thing from the parent. I still don't know what I'm eating. I fucking love real horchata. I think maybe it's an enchilada, maybe. I don't know. What's this? That. Okay, no. My white ass will not be eating that. No. Let's see what that is. Oh. Okay, no. My white ass is not going to be eating that either. Okay, my tongue's on fire. Horchata is, I'm going to give them the Americanized version. You would say it's cinnamon milk. Don't explain it any further or it gets complicated. Somebody said it was a chimichanga. I didn't order. And I'm not picky, so I was like, oh, this looks good. I'm going to eat it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like rice, but well, I'm glad I didn't stick my finger in the red. Stop staring at me while I'm eating. My so I have